What up, fam? It's your boy. Yeah, I can't even do it as a joke. Hi, today we are installing the ScreenProTech Screen Automotive Technology Protection. I'm putting a plastic cover thing on my screen. I'm in the Tesla today. I'll be doing this in the Tacoma in a little bit, but we're going to install this stuff. Doesn't look very complicated to install, but very aggressively. When I first got this stuff, the packaging is all very aggressively. Look at the video first. Look at the video first. Look, even the top of the thing says look at the video first. Interestingly, hey guys, that QR code doesn't work. Probably because it's a black background. It's a black on black, doesn't work for QR codes. So that QR code doesn't work. A little bit annoying. The video they have is just from some random YouTube guy like me. Why would you trust that? But it was also only for Tundras. It was specifically for Tundra, and I'm like, I need to put this on a Tesla and a Tacoma. Seems odd. Anyway, I got the information I need. The first thing we do. This is a Tesla Model Y. I think the same one can work for Tesla Model 3. I actually purchased the insurance, which just means they give you an extra one in case you screw it up. Nice thing is if you don't screw it up and you got a friend with a Tesla or you got a friend with a Tacoma, which I have both, you can just give it to them. But anyway, you go into your settings and you go into screen clean mode. Now I can mess with this thing like crazy and it won't make the car explode. So let me go ahead and start the actual process here. All right, so the first thing, this ships without water in it, but there is soap. Interestingly, the video I saw, they had orange in there, and when they filled it up with water, it's going to be empty. You fill it with warm water. Apparently, that's the whole process. Now I just spray this electrical device with this soapy water. All right, they also gave you this really kind of nice cloth here, and you use this to wipe it all off. Wipe. Oh, that seems clean. I'm gonna do it again just because I like to. All right, next thing you do is you spray it off and then you squeegee it. And they give you this little squeegee here, which has got kind of a fat edge. I don't know why that is. Usually they're more pointed than they are. I don't know. But we're gonna go ahead and squeegee this thing off. You know, maybe this would be better if I turn on some lights here too. Now you can see what's going on. Because really, I'm having some problems. I should have done this outside, but I can't really see what I'm squeegeeing here. Done that twice. You know what? Let's just spray it and do it. Let's just do a regular clean one more time. That should be as bloody clean as it can be. All right, next thing we do is we spray the bejesus out of this thing. It's actually a lot more missing than I would have thought. My understanding on this is you pretty much can't have too much of the water. All right, now I've got two of these. Like I said, one is the insurance. I'll put the insurance back in the tube and hope for the best on that front. I have bad luck with application though. Okay, so this peels off like so. Backside is sticky. Oops. As you can see, the sticky side goes on the window, but you want to spray the bejesus out of this thing too. Everything gets sprayed a lot. That's my main takeaway from watching the videos. And then you put this thing on here.
Voiceover Nathan here, both older and wiser than the Nathan in the video. Yeah, I put way too much water on that thing. 2 or 3 should be more than plenty. No big deal though, because aside from getting the car all wet, it dried out eventually just fine.
Looks like a little bit
empty space on there, so that's good. It is moving around a bit. And then you want to squeegee the center so it gets some grip. Which it isn't really. Boy, I got a lot of water all over the front of my car right now. Maybe put down some towels if you go, hog wild with this. See, the whole thing is sliding right off. Apparently that's how much is too much water, apparently. Yeah, this thing's all over the place. And it's not staying where I want it to stay. That seems to be the way to do it. Pin it at the center with your thumb when you have it where you want it. Also, I'm going to suggest not doing this inside. I'm not sure if you can see. There is pretty much a non-zero amount of water. And that looks pretty good. Looks like I am a bit farther on this side, but it's pretty much where it's going to be now. So I'm going to continue to squeegee it. So these things are surprisingly expensive. The insurance, the extra one, was like 30 bucks or 15 bucks. And of course I bought two, one for each car, and it came out to something like 126. But I'm not so sure about the Tesla. The Tesla has fingerprints all over the screen all the time, and I don't like it. The Tacoma, on the other hand, has scratches all over everything. That looks pretty good. Got that right on the edge on that side. It's not quite centered, it's my fault. Oh, yeah, that was alright. Theoretically, I should be able to hold this to exit. What happens if I hit the brakes instead? Nope, it just says no. Hold to exit. I'm holding. Tesla. Oh, this car. How long must I hold? Well, eventually just kind of decided on its own that it had had enough, and it said count to 3, and it's fine. So looks good. It is. I mean, you can see it's acting twitchy, but it said it's going to do that for the next 24 hours. So this thing's going to act weird. Let's see if that slides up okay. Let me slide it back down, kinda. Okay, stop. Seems to be working, and although the things they said that would happen are happening, so that seems good. I'm happy with that. Well, I guess we can go do the Tacoma now.
Now, I'd like to note, when they say it's going to take 24 hours to dry on the Teslas and act normal, this is why. My wife took the car out about 12 hours later, and this is what happened. I blame myself. I used way too much water. I ended up using the second sheet on a friend's Model 3, and I didn't have this problem at all. I was much more conservative with the water, and it didn't go cuckoo bananas like this.
Yeah, as you can see in this vehicle, this part's just dusty. It's not a scratch or anything. But in here, this looks like shit. This is all scratched on the bottom. And I don't know if dust got in here. It probably did. Dust has gotten everywhere in this truck. But this is the one where the work is gonna need to be done. And we have this thing for here, and then we've got this one for here. So let's get to work. All right, when you absolutely positively want to make sure your GoPro does not run out of batteries, plug it into one of these. All right, let's get this thing adjusted so you can view my process, I guess. I don't even know. That sounds good. All right, so I got my warm spray here. I'm gonna take off the silicone knob covers I've got, which have worked really well over the years. These knobs they're impossible. They only work if you've got these. Boy, these have gotten filthy on the inside. I should clean those as well. These are size 14 silicone ring things. I'm gonna try to be more conservative with
the water this time because I think I went a little bit crazy on the Tesla. Alright, let's give this one more blast. And while we do the squeegee thing. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, right here, and you can see my finger indentations for the home button and the radio button. The apps button, shockingly, does not have that because Toyota kept removing all the apps. I'm like, hey, I don't want Facebook. I mean, I didn't, but I still paid for it, you know? And then being able to remotely take the stuff off my truck, not a fan. Well, that's like several passes. I think we've hit the limit on how much cleaning can actually be done. This one more time. Well, you know what? I think we're good. So, picking up this one. This must be for automatic transmissions. This thing over here. I don't have a need for that. So, take this off. You'll see it's left out the spot for both knobs, the map card, and the CD player. Cars even come with CD players anymore? Pretty sure they don't. This one is a lot easier to place than the Tesla because of these niceties. Oh yeah, see, that's much easier. Because it's not going to slide off. Let me get this out of the way. Where'd my squeegee go? Yeah, we're gonna let that dry on its own for a bit. All right, now here comes the part that's gonna suck. I don't even know if I have a good way to film this. All right, let's clean this bad boy. This is gonna be complicated. Oops. I should minimize hitting the GoPro with the spray. Yeah, this is filthy. I might just need a paper towel so first layer removal. Shit. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do too. I'm gonna get a paper towel. It's like first level removal. Scratches and garbage and every other damn thing on here. I guess what I'm saying is it probably makes sense to put this stuff on here first. I don't know why it's so much worse on this thing than it is on the radio. Maybe because the radio's easier to access for cleaning? I don't know. I should pay to have this detailed. But that just seems weird. I'm pulling a lot of dirt off this. Frankly, off of everywhere. This whole thing is filthy. I need a toothbrush or something. Down here is where it's really bad. Gutters out of it. On the upside, it does seem to be primarily on the outside. I was concerned that it had gotten inside. Really, why do they need this plastic piece way out here anyway? It would make more sense just to have it directly over the dials and then just let the rest of it be open. I don't know if this stuff is going to be able to do much for it. I do like this little chamois cloth though. This looks nice. Oh yeah, I got some stuff floating on the inside. This is the first stage. If this doesn't work, then I'm probably just gonna rip off the plastic and get a new one. Whew. Yeah, there's a lot of scratches on there. This is supposed to just make it go away like magic. So let's see how the squeegee sheet. This is weird. How am I gonna? Like that, I guess. I mean, where's the water supposed to go? Yeah, I understand what they're saying, that you should be using the squeegee to take off other bits of dirt or whatever, but this isn't really conducive to that. I don't feel like that's as good as it's gonna get. So for the Tundra, the video I watched, they were saying that this should kind of slide up. It goes underneath. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. And it goes, you can tuck it. Oh, that wasn't tucking. Come on, you get on the right side. This will go under the bezel. Some spots it does that better than others. Come on, get up there. This is problematic. I'm a big fan of this here. Again, I got a corner down here that doesn't want to do its thing. I got the placement good though. I feel like there should be a smaller squeegee for this. It does look a lot better though. And they give a gazillion different instructions on how you're supposed to slide this thing around. But it's not super easy. I've heard these guys have great customer service though, and I know my interactions with them have been really good. Well, this does look like the scratches have gone away though, I will grant that. This looks a lot better. I'm hoping as it dries, it'll pull the rest of that out. Alright, so that's part one, I guess. We'll come back to it and we'll give a review. Judging on how my videos have been coming out, that review will probably be in 2036. So, you know, hold tight.
Hello friends. Well, now that I'm actually making the video for this and it's 2 months later, I thought I'd give a little update on how this is working out. So there is a nick. Can you see it? It's right there. If I can zoom in on it. Yeah. So there's a little nick, and everything else seems fine. I think what happened, somebody caught their fingernail on it. Because I've noticed that happening when my fingernails they're not long now, I cut them off. But when they're longer, every once in a while I would kind of hit the corner on there and it would catch on the plastic. Not real bad. And you know, it was only when my fingernails just had a little sharp in the corner. If you're somebody who has longer fingernails, I don't think it would be a problem because they're kind of rounded off. Mine are just a garbled mess. But that, you know, I don't know how that happened. It's not self-healing so much. And I did try to pick at it because I thought it was dirt on the screen, and that didn't make it better. It made it worse. But it's not a problem. The Tesla in particular, I think this is. I actually like this because, you know, you have a lot of. I noticed on my truck, I have glass like this, and I've had the truck since 2017. In places where I commonly touch, right, the glass was changed in those places, and I think this will keep that from happening. Because, I mean, we got a lot of individual buttons you're going to be pushing on this thing repeatedly over and over again. And with this, with the ProTech thing, I think it'll keep that weirdness from happening. So I think it's worth putting on here. Because could you imagine trying to sell this thing and everybody looks at the buttons and they all have like little like glass grooves, right? So there's a legitimate thing aside from just, you know, basic scratches. So I'm pretty happy with it on the Tesla. Let's go to the Tacoma through the magic of video. All right, now we're having a look at the Tacoma, and I am really happy with how this came out. Let's see if I can move my hand so you don't see all the reflection. I mean, that was all scratched up before, and that is, I mean, it's kind of dirty. It's been 2 months. Give me a break. But that is crystal clear. There's a couple little spots down here where it's got some scunge. But, I mean, so much better than it was before. And that's totally readable. There's no, and when I don't have any weird reflection. I'm kind of neutral on the stereo cover. You know, it wasn't that bad before, but remember we talked about how you could see the places in the. Oh, boy, that's filthy when you get in close like that, isn't it? But you could see where I put my finger over audio and home all the time. It had, even after the cleaning, it had worn into the plastic, glass, I don't know, whatever it is. But that's gone now. You can't see that at all, and this looks great. So. Yeah, from 2 months out, I'm very happy with it. Was it worth the price? I'm gonna go with yes, actually. I put the other one of the screens went on my father-in-law's car. The other ones for the Tacoma is gonna go on a friend of mine's Tacoma. So you know that helps things a bit. But yeah, no, I like it. I think it looks really good. Well done.
ScreenProTech. I screwed up the name and had to redub it. Goodbye, friends!